Right, so first off I removed, like I said, a bit of the sphagnum moss. There's still a little bit left here and there. Like you can see, it's still very morassy, or I don't know, swampy, that's the word. But yeah, it proved to be good for the skinks. It's actual, like their habitat here, it's a bit more wet than over here, because here I also got a heater under the terrarium that warms the ground a little bit. Of course, before I pushed it down again, I first like scooped all over the place to see if there are any more young, but that would be really rare because those young, Tribolotus skinks only get like one young per time. So really happy that like I got them and the first year and they already have a young. It's so rare that happens. Mainly because they aren't kept very much, of course, because they're very elusive creatures. So you don't really see them. I've seen them just a couple of times, way back in their enclosure, and I haven't. Not this spectrum mouse. I thought what? And I haven't seen them a lot since. They were just a lot into hiding, but that's yeah, that's the case when they get young, of course. Let's see, is there more spectrum? I can just move out a little bit. Yeah, so the surface I've got a little bit more flattened now. Of course I've got to dig holes again to put the plants in and stuff, but this is just to get the beginning started again. I will add some fresh turf. Turf will go like this eventually. It's just because I scooped out so much, there needs to be another layer. So I'll just, instead of keeping it like all together, I will crumble it a bit. And after this, it's time for some hardscapes. So that's like the branches, the wood and stuff. How do I want to set it? And then the plants. And lastly, the painting of the moss. And I try to hurry it up also before the video, of course, because I don't always know what I need to say, and I can understand that sometimes videos like this can be a bit boring if they aren't sped up. Now I'm not a great video maker myself, because in the past I had help from a friend who just, when I was busy, I was just filming it, and he could speed it up and put down a little bit of music under it. But I'm not that technological, as they say. I'm just good at making habitats for animals, and that's kind of it. I will add some new, I see a lot of springtails still in it, and also some other bugs that are healthy for the ground and help against rotting. But I think because I scooped out a lot, I will get another just one little small bit of them, and I will add them at a later time. So just some more, just to make a new layer. Of course, all the animals will dig around again. This water is now very filthy, because I'm busy, of course. I filter it with a filter, and I have a filter bag, and I use the ceramic pipes, and I use bacteria that aren't harmful to filter the water. Um, so yeah, I will clean this of course, but after the rest is done, because otherwise it will get just filthy again and again and again and again, and that we don't want to happen. So I'll just put another one here just to make this rich, like again a little bit higher as well. The only times I saw my tuberculosis, yeah, like I said before, it was way in the back of my paludarium, under the branches and stuff. But every time I woke up, well, not every time of course, but like once a week or a few times a week, when I was waking up and went to this terrarium when the lights went on, I saw some small turds of those kinks in the water. So that means they really also like it. Every Tribolotus tank should have a water part, because they like to swim a bit in it and hang in it. But sadly, every time that I try to stay awake, and believe me, sometimes I can't sleep and I just went to bed at like 7 AM in the morning or something like that. I have never ever seen them in the water myself, so that's how elusive they are. They come when it's dark and when it's all silent. So even when I wake up in the middle of the night and I come to look, I don't see them. But I believe that if you see them, it makes it that more special, and especially now with the new with the baby. That was such joy I feel now. So yeah, now you see it's nice and smooth. Just a little layer to help with the consistency, and got some new fibers and stuff in there. Now let's see, here I've got moss things, I've got my plants, but first the wood. I noticed I've rinsed them off very carefully with not hot, not cold water, but just water of just a normal water temperature around 24 degrees. Why? Because these pieces of wood, like you see, are full of holes. This one not so much, just over here. And this piece of wood really has holes in them, like you see here, where the creatures can climb up. And I think that's where they really kept their young, because that's where the parents were, and what I saw. Now they like to dig, so I can place it again like this or like this. If I place it like this, they will burrow under, so they can get to this hole. If I place it like this, they will just, I don't think they really will use it. And because they are elusive, I will give them what they need. So I'll just place it like this again, so they can dig a little bit. I do it a little bit different this time, because I want to be able to see them a little bit more, but not so much that I spook them. It's just the first setup. Of course I will maybe change it a bit more. It's just for now it's just looking at what is the best way to place things. I want to shut this side off, because otherwise things will get behind the waterfall. It's not that big of a problem though, because I made waterfall closed, and over here the froggies can still leap behind it. But let's see. This should be the main piece, the fern root. Let me see how I can place it, like I can make it like a high burrow, but they actually like tight spaces. So yeah, let's get the wood out and first see how to place this. I like it that if I can see a little bit through it. So I want it a little bit heightened, but not like this, because then it will just become too high and they don't really burrow in it. So maybe like this would be nice, just a piece of cork with it. This plant, I didn't take this one out because it's burrowed really deep, which is really nice, I think. Just a little bit crooked, but yeah, this can be it. Now for this weird tree thingy that I hope will grow, I'll just place it here. And now I see what I can do with some leftover mosses that were still good. I will put them on a bit drier place. The bad stuff I will just break up. I use natural turf, of course, without any additives. Always when you make a terrarium, make sure that the ground you use doesn't have any additives to it. So don't use like ground from from like a flower store or something, because you never really know what's in it. Sometimes they say, yeah, there's nothing in it, but I found out sometimes it's still full of nitrates, but also chemical stuff to make your plants grow better. And I don't like chemicals, of course, in my in my animal environment. So yeah, this piece you can see is really brownish. It's, yeah, let's see if I can see some stuff in it that I maybe still can use, but no, it's so brown I will just throw that one away. So yeah, this is going to be the filter. This piece of wood I'm still not sure of. Like this, I can kind of look into it from here, so I like that. It needs some moss in front, of course. I really love moss. Moss is really the best plant, I think, to use in any landscaping. It just looks gorgeous always. Especially if you can keep it good, and well, that wasn't really happening with the other moss I had. So let's hope this one will go better. Oh, I should have bought more. I thought these were 3 plex, but it seems it's only 2 plex. I keep it here. I don't put the moss because they like to burrow, and it's easier to burrow, of course, where there is no moss. So I'll just place this one here, I guess. I just make it a little bit more up. Moss can sustain a lot. And I have, of course, other mosses as well still. Let me see. What are we gonna do next? There's still so much we can do. I'm still not sure about this piece of wood because it's so big, it's hard to place it. Maybe this can be done, and this maybe just to close that bit off a little bit, but also make it like a nice plant thingy. So yeah, that can be done. This one here is my UV lamp. So if I put something here, it can burn actually. This one likes water a lot, so I think I will place it just right here and then pointing that way. So making a little bit of a hole. It has really nice roots already. Making a little bit of a hole through it, helping guide the roots through the stuff. I don't care if now stuff gets in the water, like I said before, because I will clean that later anyways. So yeah, get it there. So yeah, maybe like this. Just a nice plant overhanging the water part. What next? Well, there's still a lot. This hollow wooden thingy. Let me see if I will do something with it. What's inside there? I hear something. Oh, it's just wood and sphagnum mosses and stuff like that. Okay. And I see some filth build up in it. I don't know about this part. This I want to make a little bit more nice. And this as well, so I will replace the cork here. The smaller toads can shelter behind it. And I want this a bit more set up. Let me see if it fits. Yeah, might not look awesome right yet, but hide that one. Just make a... This piece is really annoying me. Maybe I should saw it off, because now I can't really do something. Or here I have a piece with a hole in it. Maybe I can just get that part through the hole and close it like this. Yeah, that actually looks way better. And for here, well, let's make another house-like thingy. So just place a piece of cork here. You see, I really love cork, and I will, with my brush, I will just paint the moss that is gonna grow on it. And let's hope it will grow, because I'm not always that good with mosses. It's a new, also a new moss that I haven't used before. So I don't know how it will go, but I hope it will go nicely, of course. I see this has a flat surface, so I'm thinking maybe like this or like this on the wall. First I'm gonna try like this, and just behind this plant, and put it there. Let's see if it goes, if it fits. Because I don't want to crack my glass. No, maybe the other way around, because this is more pointy. Up, lift the leaves up. Lift this one up a little bit. No, that's also not working. Let me see how this really goes. Yeah. Okay, so the point needs to go inside there. Oosh. This one is kind of tricky if I want to keep it this way. Or like this, but then I can paint a moss over here, which can be nice. Or I put cork over it, and over the cork I will paint a moss. That's of course also possible. I will break off the really wet stuff of the cork though, because I don't want rotting happening. Let me see how this, just a piece of cork like this, and over here, yeah, over there I will make it with another piece of cork. I place over here so that they can't behind the waterfall again. Of course for the toad I don't mind, but I don't want my tuberculosis to get stuck. We don't want that. Let me see if I can do something nice with this big piece anyways, because I still kind of like it. It will get in the way of the growing, I see now. But if I remove this one, then it fits in that hole. And my temperature meter I can put behind it. Yeah. And we have this hole. Let's see what have we left. I have a few more pieces of cork left I can do something with. This one goes to the side over here just to make that a little bit up. And again, don't forget that there is still a lot of growing to do for the plants and stuff. So, piece of cork. So I keep gaps open for the hiding, but the difficult places where the animals can get stuck, I will close. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm breaking off some pieces just to make it more natural with the cork. Now actually we need to take a look at the plants, because I totally forget about my plants now. So yeah, I have this one and I see a nice spot for it, but I need to make it a bit smaller. So I'm just getting a bit of the dirt off, trying to save as much of the root system as possible. A little bit can break off, that's no problem, but not just the main root or too much. This is kind of like a hanging plant, so over here would be nice. Then I think I need some turf over there, just to keep things moist. So yeah, that piece of cork goes away, then here there's more turf. Maybe this piece of cork can go over here. Let me see. There's still dirt, there is turf to feed.